Democratic Congressman André Carson of Indiana will be at that hearing. He's a member of the Intelligence Committee. Congressman, thanks so much for joining us.
What a pleasure. Thank you for having me, Wolf.
As you learn more about Ambassador Sondland's conversations with President Trump, does it appear to you, Congressman, that Sondland was truthful to your committee?
Well, I think we're going to get a chance for the American people to make that determination next week. And my hope is that once the American people hear what Ambassador Sondland has to say, they will be able to contact their representatives and senators and make informed decisions about who they want to represent them next year.
Ambassador Gordon Sondland already updated his testimony once, and it was sworn testimony. He filed an addendum through his attorney. What are the consequences if he's not forthcoming in this public hearing next Wednesday?
Well, I think the consequences could be grave for him. I think what is clear is that the Democrats are making the case, and we have made the case, and I think even my Republican colleagues who quietly are embarrassed about the way this administration is representing our country, or misrepresenting our country for that matter, they too want to seek change. And so the Democrats will have to carry the mantle and do the job that they refuse to do.
Tomorrow, you're going to hear from the American diplomat in Ukraine who overheard that phone call between Ambassador Sondland and the president. They were at a restaurant. Ambassador Sondland had a cell phone. Why do you think he didn't raise his concerns about that conversation earlier? We only learned it about yesterday.
Well, hopefully we'll find out tomorrow. It's difficult to say. I think what is clear is that what he witnessed and what he overheard, I think it reaffirms what we already know, that President Trump attempted to use Congress-approved taxpayer dollars to hang over the head of the Ukrainian government in an attempt to get them to get information on a political rival, i.e. Joe Biden.
Looking ahead to tomorrow, what sort of context do you think Ambassador Marie Yovanovitch can provide to your committee?
Hopefully we will get affirmation and confirmation from what was disclosed in the secret hearing a few weeks ago. But I think this is very important, Wolf, this public setting, this very public setting. It's important to bring the American people in on this exchange, in on this hearing, in on this conversation, because you're seeing the president's popularity decline very rapidly, especially amongst independents. And I think the rapidity that we're seeing with his decline has to speak to the fact that the people are losing confidence in his leadership.
We'll see what happens tomorrow. Congressman André Carson, as usual, thank you so much for joining us.
What a pleasure, Wolf. Thank you.
Just ahead.